Good evening everyone. Welcome to my channel Bella. After a long time, I haven't seen you for a week or so. Hi Nitu, කොහමද නනිෂිත් අයිබෝන්. So අද අපි කරන්න යන්නේ polymer clay crafts ටිකක්. It's actually for beginners. මේක beginners ලටත් ඒක තමයි මම set කරලා තියෙන්නේ. අද අපිට අලුතින් clay හදාගන්න වෙලා තියෙනවා. ඉතින් මම ඒක මුල ඉඳන්ම කරන හැටි පෙන්නන්නම්. කොහොමද අපි clay එකක් condition කරන්නේ, කොහොමද clay එකට colour එකක් add කරන්නේ, ඒත් එක්කම කොහොමද ඒකට pattern එකක් add කරන්න කියන එක අද අපි ඉතින් මුල ඉඳන් ඒක කරමු. මොකද අද මුල ඉඳන් මම clay එකක් හදන නිසා. නෙතු රෑ නෙමෙයි නෙතු මට උදේ. ඔයාට රෑ මට උදේ around 7 o'clock එකේ මම සෙන්ට්‍රල් කෝස් සිටියේ. අද තමයි ගෙදර ආවේ. මම travel කරන වැඩවලට ඒකයි. So guys, let's get back to our work. As I mentioned, I am starting from the scratch because I need some new colors to do some orders. So I'm going to show you from the beginning how I'm going to condition the clay, how I'm going to add colors to that clay, and also how I do some designs and patterns on that clay. Sorry. Let's get started. You can watch me doing it and learn something. So I will start with one order. So this lady, she asked me to do something with purple and black. So luckily I have some purple and black here. So but what how to create some fresh purple as well. This is still doable, workable clay. These are leftovers. Just make sure guys, when you work with the clay, don't throw them out. You can always reuse them for your next project. Thanks Nita. So what I'm going to do is condition the clay what I got here. Then I'll start doing the new one. So there are several ways to condition the clay guys. So you can run past this through the pasta machine or a clay machine. It will make it thin. Otherwise, what I always do is either use my fingers to poke it and make it soften. The next one I'll do is the rolling it. So that's the other technique that you could do. You can roll your clay until it's get conditioned. And if you're working with several colors, it will mix well as well. So the next one is my favorite one is I'll cut the clay into small pieces. When you cut the clay into small pieces, it allows you to mix it so well, especially when you're working with few different colors. Then you can condition, blend them well. Here you go. I only did it once, so if you can see, the clay is so well conditioned. So that's one way that you could do it. Here I need a little bit of darker side. So what I'm gonna do, I'll start with the new clay. When I'm doing the new batch of clay, I always add a little bit of translucent. It helps to have that thickness, the hardness. So, hi Jimmy, how are we today? Welcome to my channel, Bella. Here today we are working with new set of clay. I am creating few new colors for my next few orders. Guys, if you don't know, I started this as a hobby, but now I'm getting orders for key rings and few piece of jewelry. It's fun, and the money that I'm getting, I use that to, obviously when you're doing a business, you need to use some portion to get your materials, and all the surplus funds I donate to the Disability Center in Sri Lanka, also the Cancer Hospital. So you always back up with a good cause. Hi Kim, how are we today? You said the Kim that I know, now it's a new one. Welcome to my channel, Bella. So here what we are doing is creating the purple color. I do have few purple. It's something similar to this one. But what I'm going to do, guys, I'm going to use blue and red and create on my color. I always like having some unique colors. Hi Malky, කොහමද? හැමදේම නෙතු polymer clay තමයි එක colors. So I'm gonna peel out some pieces from my red color. So today I'm going to show you how we get a shade. If you want to shade it up, then go to the dark colors. What do you do? And if you want to get a lighter shade, how do you do that? කොහමද මාල්කේ? මම බලන්න මාල්කේ කියන්නේ කාද? අපේ දසද? මට දැන් බලන්න බෑ ඩාලින්, මම ලයිව් ස්ට්‍රීම් එක ඉවර වෙලා බලන්න අපේ රෝෂන් නේද? බලන්න. ලයිව් ස්ට්‍රීම් එක ඉවර කරලා මම ෆෝන් එක ඕෆ් කරලා charge කරේ. ඉතින් මට වෙලාවක් තිබුණේ නැහැ අනිත් ඒවා check කරන්න. I'll definitely have a look මාල්කේ බලන්න. So here I'm making purple. If you know the basic colors, we got only three basic colors in this world, which is red, blue, no, yes, red, blue and yellow. Those are the basic colors. So when you mix that colors, you can actually create your own colors. That's how the color brings to the world. Hari darling, mandana. So I'm mixing this little by little. So I add blue, red and a little bit of my translucent, this one. So as you already know, the easiest and my favorite way to condition the colors is mixing, cut them into the small pieces and mix it. Vitaya වැඩි ඉවරද? හරි ෂුවර් මාල්කේ දාන්න. So here I'm making my unique purple color. Since I have the lighter version, I'm gonna go to the dark version, but I'll take my time. Add the red color little by little මම ගාව ලා පාට දම් පාට තියෙන නිසා මට තේරුණා ඩාලේ ආරෝෂණය කියලා ලස්සන නමක් මල්කි. Like it. මම දැන් යන්නේ ටිකක් තද දම් පාටක් හදාගෙන ඔයාලට තේරෙනවා අපේ දම් පාට මේක ඉස්සෙල්ලා අපි mix කරලා ඉමු so you can see well. To get the darkest shade of this purple, you can add a little bit more red. And I'll show you another secret if you hang on for a minute. Dubai chocolate වගේද? Dubai chocolate වෙනස් නේද නැත්නම් layers දෙනවා. Pistachio. Cake jaat layers. Thank you, Daya. Thank you so much. So here you see, guys, it's two different colors. If you get this straight from the pack, this is the color you get. But when you make your own, it's very unique. Sometimes it's hard for you to create this again. අපි අපේ color එකක් හදපුවාම ඒක හරියම unique අනන්‍යයි. ඉතින් එතකොට customers ලා කැමති එයාලටම unique වෙච්ච color එකකින් item එකක් ගන්න. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how I'm going to make this one side is how I'm going to make it dark, and I'm going to show you how I'm going to make this light. So what I'm going to do is, this is kind of experiment, but I need few shade of purple, so that's the main purpose how I get it. Make it a mehema. තව රෙඩ් එකෙන් චුට්ටියක් එකතු කරන්න. හරි ඩාලි මම අමතක කරන්නේ නැතුව බලලා වාට මෙසේජ් එකක් දාන්න. ඔයාගේ ටී-ෂර්ට් එක ලෑස්ති වෙලා තියෙන්නේ. එකම දේ ඔයා කැමති ඩිසයින් එක එනකම් ප්‍රියාක්ටිවේට් වෙනවා. ඒ ඩිසයින් එක දුන්නාම print කරලා ඉවරයි. අනිත් හැමෝටම ටී-ෂර්ට් ගේන්න තිබුණා. So what we're doing is getting the darker version of the purple. So here what I'm doing at the moment is conditioning my clay. Hari Marky, thank you so much, Avata darling. See you later, alligator. See, if you look at closely, hi Akash, comment, Akshna, not Akash, Akash, yeah, Akash. Memory caliper, so if you can see there's some like, the red color, that means it's not conditioned well. Memory caliper, can make a condition well and harrieta. So what you're going to do is keep doing what you do until you blend the colors properly. Akasha komada. Pitaya mukad mage muna dala. Nice neda. Ek thama unique colors adane netu. Etakota customers la kamathi. So if you can see it now. It's blends so well. And these are the two different shades. This is like one above one, and this is a different shade. If you want to make it a little darker, what you can simply do is add another slice of red. So we are going for a darker color, darker version of purple, darker shade of purple. And a little bit of translucent as well, because when I condition I feel like it's very soft. If your clay is soft, it's somewhat difficult to work especially when you are doing the details on your clay. So it has to be in a workable condition. Not too hard, not too soft. Your fingers feel it. So let's give it a few cuts and a mix. Then I think we're good with that one. So this is one of the way that you could condition your clay. Cut into small pieces. And blend them all together. Thanks, Akash. Thank you so much. Okay, now I'll show you how it looks like when the and this is our previous one, and this is the other one. So 3 different purple shades here, guys. How we get this color is adding a little bit of more reds gradually, so you know how much you want there. And I will get a tiny bit of here because I'm happy with this color. But what I'm going to do is I'll show you another way how I'm going to make this slightly darker. And තව විදිහක් යනවා මේක තව චුට්ටක් ඩාර්ක් කරගන්නේ කොහොමද කියලා. ඔයාලා මේකට black එක තියනවානේ. Black එකෙන් මෙම චුට්ටක්, not too much guys, a little bit of black. Add little bit of black and condition it well. So then you will get a kind of a dark version of your purple. Mix, mix, mix. Here we go. If you could see, oopsie, chopped it. This one slightly dark to this one. If you add more black, so you can get the darker version of your clay. And if you add white, guys, you can get the lighter shade of your clay. So to get the darker shades, add more prominent color. When I was mixing blue and red to get this purple, this is the result, adding this to color. But when I add more prominent color, here the prominent color is red. අර පාටින් වැඩි color එක add කරද්දී ඒක dark වෙනවා. ඒකට කළු පාට add කරාම තවත් ඒක dark වෙනවා. This is how you see a different shades of that purple. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm adding this here. So when you add this, it won't change any colors because it's transparent. only change gives you is, only effect it gives you is, you feel little hard, the clay get harder. ඉතින් අර අපි මේ add කරපු translucent එක add කරාම ඒකෙන් color change එකක් වෙන්නේ නැහැ. only thing වෙන්නේ ඒක චුට්ටියක් hard වෙන එක විතරයි. අපිට workable size එකට hard වුණාම හරි. Alrighty, this is my one shade of purple, and this is the other shade of purple, and this is the other one. So, and this is the fourth one. මෙන්න මෙහෙම මම shades තුන හතරක් හදාගෙන තියෙනවා purple එකේ. ඔයාලා දැක්කා මම කොහොමද මේ shades ගත්තේ කියලා? මෙන්න මේ colours තුන mix කරලා තමයි මේ shades ටික ගත්තේ. අපි how we made the purple is using mixing this red, blue and the black. This is the darkest, and I'll put them in the order. Right, now let's get to the real business, guys, and I'll show you how I'm gonna create a design on this clay. So far we learned two things: how to mix the colors and get the unique color you need, and the second one, how to condition the clay properly, and the third one I'm gonna show you is how I'm gonna get the pattern on with this clay. So the order I got here is for the keyring with the polymer clay. So it's just not the beads one that I usually make. This time she asked me to do something with the polymer clay. So what I'm going to do is use this cutter, get that shape. However, first thing first, we're gonna get the clay ready. අපිට ඉතින් කරන්න තියෙන්නේ මේක හදන්න ඒක prepare කරගන්න එක. So this is all I got with black, guys. Now what I'm gonna do is create a new set of black. It's because it's not enough. The one that I have here is not enough. So that's what I told you today. I'm showing you how I'm making my clay, because I ran out of all my clay. So this is the black that I have. If you use this right, guys, it's gonna be sticky because it's not conditioned well. First thing you got to do is condition your clay. So what I'm doing here is peel out some clay. Make sure when you're using your blade, if you like what I'm doing, guys, shall we double tap the screen and like the video? Also, if you're new to my channel below, don't forget to subscribe and stay connected with me. When you subscribe with the notification all icon, which is the bell icon, otherwise you won't get the notification. අපි වීඩියෝ එක බලන ගමන් ඔයගොල්ලෝ කැමති නම් මම කරන වැඩේට like එකක් දාන්න අමතක කරන්න එපා. Simply double tap the screen එක double tap කරලා like එකක් දාන්න. ඒත් එක්කම ඔයාලා මගේ channel එකට අලුත් නම් notification all icon එකත් එක්ක, ඒ කියන්නේ bell icon එකත් එක්ක මාව subscribe කරන්න අමතක කරන්නත් එපා. Okay guys, we got this black. The next tip I'm going to give you is when you are using different colors, make sure you clean your tools, especially with the black or dark colors. If you not clean your tools, guys, it will ruin your clay. ඒ clay එක ඔത്തിරි පච්චන් වෙනවා ඔයාලා එක හරියට clean කළේ නැත්නම්. So even though I wiped it off, I can see some bits and pieces. So once you clean your blade, this translucence because we are creating another batch, a new batch of black clay. I need to eat more, get more muscles. Hey Natalie, how are we today? Welcome back. We are creating a new batch of polymer clay, Natalie. First thing, previously we made this 4 shades of purple. I'm doing this for an order, and now I'm making the black clay. Hi Prasaya, good dawsකින් එන්න මම මැටි අනනවා බලන්න. So I'm adding නිදැවිලා හිටියාය. I'm adding black and translucent. The reason I'm adding translucent is get the kind of enough hardness on my black clay. And when you add translucent, it won't change the color. That's the plus point. So here we go. We got a little bit of work here. What I'm going to do, guys, I'm going to get these clays out of this board, make sure I have enough room. And I'm going to put this here. Alrighty, let's get this done. So, as I mentioned earlier, there are several ways you can condition the clay. You can run this through the clay machine, which is a pasta machine, that rolling machine. Otherwise, you can use the rolling pin to roll it until you get it conditioned. And the next one is you can use your hand just to poke it and make it. Otherwise, you can use this method, which is cut the clay and mix it. Thanks Messiah. අදාය මට orders වගේක් ඇවිල්ලා තියෙනවා polymer clay keyrings වගේක් හදන්න. ඒකට අලුතෙන් clay set එකක් හදා ගන්න ඕනේ colours ටික. ඒක හදන ගමන් ඉන්නේ. So for this order, she requested me to use some black and purple. So I already made few shades of purple, and I am creating my black color. It looks like chocolates, yummo. So this is the hardest thing. Get your clay conditioned well, but it's always worth to have the right conditioned clay, because when you are rushed and not condition your clay well, you feel fine, but your product, the final product won't look good, guys. Doesn't this pattern looks nice? It's really good for a earring. Actually, yeah. I might save some pieces for an earring. So this is my favorite way to condition the clay. I'll cut the clay into small pieces and mix them well after. If you are working with a large amount of clay, this method takes time. So you can use that rolling machine, which is the clay rolling machine. So After few rolls, you can get your clay right. මෙන්න මෙහෙම හොඳට අනන්න ඕන. මේ වගේ ලොකු පෝෂන් එකක් clay එක වැඩ කරද්දී ටිකක් වෙලා යනවා. ඉතින් ඔයාලට පුළුවන් අර clay rolling machine එක නැත්නම් pasta machine එකක් use කරන්න. ඒ වගේ large amount එකක් එක්ක වැඩ කරනවා නම්. This is very satisfying, guys. Best part of my clay work is conditioning the clay. So I'm gonna roll this behind the camera and I'll make my sausage. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna give it a few peels. එහෙමයි ඩොක්ටර් බලාමැට් වැඩක් කරන්න පටන් ගත්තා. කොහොමද ඔයාලට දවසකින් දැක්කේ? Normal. So you cut that into small pieces. As you see, you can see it's mixing well. But you got to do a few more rounds if you choose this method. Otherwise, easiest way is run this through the pasta machine. I do have a pasta machine, but you know what? It's a pasta. කොහමද? got up කියන උප්සි. මේකේ මට ඔඩස් ටිකක් ඇවිල්ලා තියෙනවා keyring එකකුයි pendants ටිකකුයි හදාන්න. jewelry ටිකක්. ඉතින් ඒකට අලුතෙන්ම clay එක prepare කරන ගන්න ගමන් ඉන්නේ. ඒක මගේ හදපු clay set එක දැන් ඉවර වෙගෙන එන්නේ. Hey Joseph, how are you today? Okay, that's totally fine. I am only like clay, Joseph. Here I am doing some clay work, polymer clay craft. So usually I create key rings and whatnot, all the polymer clay charms, jewelry, and I'm doing this for an order. ඒකෙන් නිරාකමාත්ගේ ටොප්ප දැකේ ගොඩක් කාලෙකින්. Come on guys, let's double tap the screen and like the video if you like what I'm doing. Okay, I think we nearly get there. නිරාක කාලෙද පීලද කියලා ටොප් අහනවා. So as you still see, there's some white spirals, so it's not conditioned well. So I'm gonna give it all the hassle bustle until I get my clay right. කොහොමද අසවද ටික දීලා මේ clay එකට හව condition කරගන්න ඕන. I just simply muted the next door neighbors. අම්ම කොල්ල ලොකු ඉන්න පේන්නෙත් නෑ. අනේ. Alrighty. Yep. One more blend. I think we get our clay okay. Yeah, I think it's better. See? Alright, so let's do another round. Just a final round of blend to make sure we got everything's right. So simply this into some small pieces. Centimeter දෙකක් උස ගිහිල්ලා දැන්. මම උසත් සෙන්ටිමීටර් දෙකක් විතරනේ. And like a week ago, I made a labubu using a purple clay. If you missed it, you can go watch the short video. That was my second labubu. Alrighty, I think we got this right now. Let's make a big bowl. And a sausage. Then I'll get the amount I need. I need to cover this one. So this would be okay. Maybe I'll use this one. I want to get that out. Alrighty guys, let's roll this. And another tip, when you are rolling the clay, if you feel like it's sticky, you can put another baking paper on top of it and roll on it so that it won't stick onto your roller. Simply roll your clay in between of two baking papers. Let me see, yep, it covers the area I need. Pretty easy. See? That's the way we roll it here, guys. What I'm gonna do, I'll bend it into half. You will see why I did it. You will see it later. Here I need a kind of a square. Not exactly a square because it's just like, you know, like this. Tapping out again, but Nanga Mamada and I'm top pillar. I need to do the bar again and there on salad. Thanks, Niraka. I am not. පරිස්සමෙන් ඉන්න සතුටින් සැනසීමෙන් ඉන්න අය හම්බෙනවා. තේරුම් ගන්නයි. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'll show you guys. Oopsie. Anna, Priyanka, Niraki, busy, Priyaki. Oh no, that's my tiny thing. What I'm going to do is I'm going to make some strings, polymer clay strings with this. Priyanka, කොහමද? ඔයා busy වෙලා හිටියනේ මම දැනන් හිටියා. කොහමද වැඩ ඔක්කොම ඉවරයිද? ප්‍රියාකි අපි අලුතෙන්ම ක්ලේ ටිකක් ක්ලාස් කරගත්තා. මගේ ක්ලේ සෙට් එක ඉවර වෙලා ඕඩර්ස් කීපයක් ඇවිල්ලා තියෙනවා ප්‍රියාකි ඒක ක්ලාස් කරන ගමන් ඉන්නේ. එක්කෙනෙක් කිව්වා එයාට ඕන black and purple වලින් keyring එකක් ඒ beads නැතිව. ඉතින් ඒක හදන ගමන් තමයි දැන් ඉන්නේ. So I'm making a unique design for her. I'll just remind you again, guys, if you have any leftover clay, I can't speak today, any leftover clay, don't throw them out, just save it for the next one. So here I need this kind of a very thin string. And I need another one of them, just in case. ඒවා සමන්තාසල දැකලා තියෙනවනේ රාක් කියලා. ඒත් මටත් දැන් ටයිම් එක නෑනේ මම ලයිව් වලට යන්න. ගොඩාක් මගේ එක කරනවා ඊට පස්සේ වෙන වැඩක් පටන් ගන්නවා වෙන දේවල්ත් එක්ක busy. I think this is enough for my art for today, and I need this color as well. So same way, I'm making a long string. So the benefit for you guys when you get the clay prepared, you can reuse it multiple times for multiple projects, but make sure you store them in an airtight container or keep it stored nicely. If it's open for the air for a long time, it tends to crumble and it tends to harden. So this clay, I'll show you this green clay. I think I'm using it for nearly an year now. When you store it nicely, it will last for long. मैंने दादी के तिब्बने रब्बाची के आगे okay, they like little worms. Oops. मेरा कपड़ा बैठा है तो मैंने बेला और यहाँ the pan. So this is a little bit of thick. I need to give it a couple of rolls. Here we go. I think that's enough. And let's get this one now. So if you were watching from the beginning, you know how to make your own unique color, mixing a few colors. Hi. Hi Bubble, how are we today? Bubble, we are making a key ring. To get that key ring, first thing I condition my clay, create different colors. Now I'm preparing for the design, then I'll show you how I'm going to create this charm for my key ring. What a funny again. Ouchie. So my background going to be black. On the background, black background, I'm using 4 shades of purple to get the design. ඒවද ප්‍රියංකමයික මං අද තමයි ගෙදර ආවේ. මං last week එකම Central Coast එකේ හිටියේ. ඉතින් එතන ගිටාර් එකක් තිබ්බා මට ආසයි හිතුණා. ප්ලේ කරන්න දන්නේ නැහැ. චුට්ටි තකියම කර හිටියා. That's my first single vlog. Guys, if there's any Sri Lankan people watching the video, I've done my first short vlog in Sinhala. Go and have a look. එඩක් වට ගොඩක් කාලයක් ආවි. ප්‍රියංකා එලා මූණ පෙන්නන්න නම් මොකද මගේ එක කන්ඩිෂන් එකක් තමයි ලයිව් කරන්න මට පර්මිෂන් දුන්නේ. මූණ පෙන්නන්න දානම් කරලා. මූණ පෙන්නොත් මාව ලයිව් කරන්න එපා කියලා. Hey Bumble, how are you today? Not Bumble, Bubble. Bubble. Which country are you joining from, Bubble? Here I'm in Sydney. Bubble, I'm making a keyring, but for that keyring I need some polymer clay charms. This is actually an order that I got from one of my YouTube fans. So she wants me to make a keyring for her using black and purple. So what I did first is got a few shades of purple, and we are in the process of making our design using the purple color. I hope this works well. And she mentioned she likes stripes, so that's why I am kind of getting these stripy things. Last one. So we have already 3 shades of purple. This is the last one. Let's roll. Guys, I have done this short video of doing a 3D letter B. My last short video, go and have a look and let me know if it looks like 3D letter. It won't when you see from the top, but if you see it in the angle, it's like the B-hole. It's kind of an illusion. Let's trick our eyes. I know it's a physics, whatever it is. I like kind of things like, you see the different, when you see the world in different angle, that's what I feel like, you can see new things, new stuff. Bella කියනවා නයනජිතායාවද? කයිද කියනයා? නයනජිත් අපි ආකේ හිටියා අපි දැන් කරමු නේද? නිරාක. දැකලා තියෙනවනේ මාව. නයනජිත් අපි ප්‍රියාකට දැන් කරමු නේද ටී-ෂර්ට් එකට? එයා තමයි ඒක මහන්සියෙන් හැදුවේ. Guys, on 10th of October, my channel turned 1. I celebrated my first anniversary, and we did some activities and we gave away some gifts. So and people who won the games, they had a choice to choose to receive a customized t-shirt or something else. Most of them, I think all of them chose a t-shirt. So we sent all the t-shirts to everybody except one person. I think we got the contact for that person now. It looked great to everybody, so alrighty guys, stop talking. I actually do one little white string as well, just in case if I need a little bit of touch. ඒකෙදි ඔයා අපිට උදව් කරන නිසා අපි ප්‍රියාකට තෑන්කර මොකද එයා තමයි ඒක ලස්සනට හදලා දුන්නේ. අපි ග්‍රේට්ෆුල් වෙන්න ඕනනේ නේද? අර ග්‍රැටිටියුඩ් කියන එක. දෙන්න ඕනනේ. Thank you, Priyaki, for everything you do. වාගේ කොණ්ඩ සිංහෙක්ගේ වගේ. Alrighty, I'll leave this here just in case if I need it. For now, I'm gonna give this a little roll. Alrighty, let's get this started. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cut this into small pieces and lay it on my black clay. In a random design, random shape. Am I garnish it? Here we go. Then I'm going with the next shade of the purple. And I'll go to the next shade. We simply lay the clay in a random pattern. Hi, Nalikaki, komada yata. Thank you so much. Our target time neda. Without thank you. No, not take a shakalata. You might think what I'm doing, guys, but hang on until the last. I'm pretty sure this will turn out beautiful. Nalikaki අපි අද කරන්නේ polymer clay වලින් keyring එකක් හදනවා. ඒකේ charm එක තමයි මේ ready කරගෙන යන්නේ. So you can see, like, when we are adding the lighter shades, it gives the contrast. apologies if I can't say it properly, guys. Sini bolan wagේවා. You know that icing that we use for frosting the cupcakes. I'll add small one here. Let me give you a closer look. This is not finished, but this is the way we lay them out. Maybe another one here. It is so stubborn, it won't stay still. Come here, little one. Stay still. Yeah, maybe. I'm gonna take this off because I ruin it. Make a chocolate color. Let's add another small one there. I think it's enough for now. Alrighty. Let's put these strings back. I will add a little bit of white. Got to be very careful when I'm adding white. That don't overpower white. For sure, I'm kind of happy with what I have here. But at the same time, I think it's good to add tiny dots. Here and there, just to get the contrast. I better put it in the same direction. Little bit of my it's so sticky, it stick on the blade. cheeky one. Okay. One here. මෙම ආඩිසයින් එක ෆිල් කරගන්න. I think that's enough, right? Make sure you fill the surface very well, guys. Otherwise, if it's mixed with the other clay in the wrong spots, you can't change it. Alrighty. So what I'm gonna do is, I'm happy with the layout. I'm gonna put another baking paper on top of it and give it a little roll. Not too pushy. And I'll go to the other side as well. This is how it looks like, guys. I really like the design, so we're gonna cut it like this. I'll give it another slight roll. There you go. So let's cut this. Oopsie. Make sure it's passed through. And peel off the excess. If you wanted to cut carrot, you make sure you cut it properly. There you go. I'm gonna still save these bits for my next project. We can still make something out of it. And pass the blade, oops, this piece here. And pass the blade under, so you will get it. This side is black. This is the design we got. Make sure you like the video if you like this design. And if you missed it how I did this one, you can always go back once the live stream finished and have a look. I'm going to make a piercing here. And this one goes in the 130 preheat oven for 30 minutes. How many? 30 minutes. 30 minutes, guys. 130 preheat oven for 30 minutes until it bake properly. Okay, this I hope she would like it. She requested me black background and different shade of purple, and these are the purple colors. I got 4 shades of purple that I use this in this art piece, and tiny little bit of white. This is how it's turned out. So this goes in the 130 preheat oven for 30 minutes. So I'll put it away. Since I have this left over, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna slowly press them all together and make a little cube. And you can save this for the next project. Either you can make a jewelry. I'll show you how you could get a design for a jewelry out of it. Simply arrange them in a different order in a square shape. And give it a little roll. If you feel it's sticky, you can roll it on a baking paper. So this design could be perfect for a pendant or maybe a small earring. You can choose what you want. I will actually do it for a pendant. And since I have I'll use this one. Save every bit of clay, guys. Don't waste any. So you can arrange it in this angle. Once you polish it, it will come nicely. So since I don't have any need to do a pendant now, what I'm gonna do, I'll save this and I'll use it when I need it. How you save the leftover clay? Either you can make a bowl, or with this kind of a design, I'm always use like when I used to do a dice or a cube like this. This is how I save the patterned clay. Make a small cube and store it in an air-dried container or wrap it around the clay wrap. It will last for long. Okay, so that's done. We've done that for one order. A little bit more here, so I have that too. Store them all in one place. When you are redoing it, you can add a little bit more purple or the glitter, anything you like. So my first project is done. This is the first project. Have the blend of clay and this one. So the next project, for the next order, she asked me some beige color. Before we get this started, I'll make sure I've cleaned my tools properly. I'm using the other side of it. So this is kind of the skin color, the beige. This is the best part, peeling the clay. Love it, guys. And this is the one of the way that I condition my clay. Peel it in small pieces, then use your fingers to poke it and blend it. So this time I am doing earrings, 2 earrings. So she requested peach color and a black. I'm not going to use the black clay for this, but I'm going to use a different pattern. Hang on for another few minutes. You will see what I'm going to do. I might not have this enough for 2 earrings, sorry. Let's have a little bit more. Maybe this will be enough. And I'll roll the clay. Make sure my tools all are clean, even my hands. No other colors mixed with here. I'm going to do the last condition. Hi baby, how are we today? Cut that into small pieces. So after that you use your fingers and to blend it properly. Yes, you. Hi. Yes, you. How are you? Good. How about you? I think the clay is ready. What I'm going to do, I'm going to make a bowl. Here we go. And the next part is put another baking paper on top of it and roll it. And this way, if you have any residue clay on your roller, it won't mix with your new project. And also, if your clay is sticky, it helps you preventing that stickiness. I'm not going to make it too thin because this clay I'm preparing for a pair of earrings. As you can see, I'll show you one mistake I have done. Anyhow, the tiny piece of black being blended to this. So you can see that black thing here. How to get rid of it is simply blend this clay again, guys. Blend it properly. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to replace these two baking paper as well. Hang on for a second. Let's use a new baking paper. Sorry, it is safe. I'm cutting that into small pieces. There we go. Add two. One is to put the clay. The next one is I can't see which one is this side. Then we roll it out. That's better. So this one, I need to choose the stencil, the shape for my keyring. But if we use this one, I think it's a little too long. Maybe this one. Nope, I'll use this one. I like that shape. Okay, as you see, we don't have enough clay here to do the both. Maybe one is this side, other one is that side. So what I'll do, I'm trying to use what we got here. This might work, might not. Yep. Yep, if I use it this way, I could easily cut it. Sorry. What I got to do next is roll it a little bit to get a smooth surface. The reason I didn't use much, I didn't add more clay is with this way I might not able to reuse the leftovers, because the design that I'm gonna do is with the liquid clay. We might not be able to reuse it. Okay guys, are we ready? Yeah, I don't use stencils, but yeah, I'm gonna use a stencil. I'll put my previous project here so you can see. Also, I need some room on the other side. This charm is for keyring, guys. We use all these colors to make it. And now we're gonna do 2 earrings. That's my next order. And the stencil I'm gonna use is this one. be honest. I'm gonna add a little foil here. Not too much. Just a little bit here and there. Just to get that shine. She mentioned she likes a little bit of glamour, so we are adding some piece of foil here before we do the pattern. Oh, it's too big. Okay, did that look way? Even this one is slightly big, so I'm gonna break them into small pieces. How's your day today, guys? Mine wasn't bad. I had a long drive today. After this, good to get ready for tomorrow for work and studies as well. If you like, you can join the chat below and tell me who you are, which country you're joining from. Hear me, Bella in Sydney. Okay, I think that's enough. If you're not sure, less is more. Okay. Let me add that back here. What time to color this? And give it a little quick roll. Just to make sure that's attached properly onto my clay. Hi, wow. You're from Norway. That's so nice. What I heard was Norway is one of the prettiest countries, especially when it comes to the environment. How do you find it? Is it a winter for you guys? It's a summer for me. Okay, this is kind of the background. So Bella's gonna be brave now because I haven't done this before. My first time that I'm gonna do it here. I hope it's gonna work. The reason I am pressing this in onto the clay is to make sure the stencil touches the clay properly. Oh, thank you. And I'm in Sydney, Australia. And for me, it's 7:45 at night for me. Shake it, shake it. This is the liquid polymer clay guide. It's the same brand of the hard clay that I'm using. It's coffee because I like this brand. It's much I don't know because maybe I haven't used the other brands before, and I kind of happy the results from this one. So what I'm going to do here is add a little bit of polymer clay. 9:46 here. Is it? So we have to. Is it night? So we have 2 hour time difference. So I'm spreading the liquid polymer clay around. Fingers crossed, legs crossed, body crossed, guys. I hope this would work because this is the first time. I'm also using a stencil. Oh, it's the morning. Okay. For me, it's night. So you have the full Sunday for you. It seems like I'm living in the future. I'll add another drop. Yep. Make sure you close it properly, otherwise it will hard and not be able to work with it. Alrighty. So the liquid polymer clay also, guys, if it's the same brand, you can bake with this one together on the same oven, same temperature, based on the thickness of your artwork. If it's like less than 6 millimeters, baking it for 15 minutes gonna be enough. But if the thickness is more than the 6 millimeters, bake it for 30 minutes. What I'm making? Okay, I'm doing polymer clay craft. How can I pronounce your name? Is Wild? I'm so sorry. It's is it pronounced like Wild? Oh, you got a beautiful name, by the way. So I am doing charms. These are for orders. This charm I made for a keyring. Use these colors. The colors over here. And this one going to be an earrings. I'm just preparing the clay. Are we ready, guys? Can I open it? Fingers crossed. I hope this is gonna be okay. Oh wow, that's not bad. That's not bad, guys. See? And these dark spots are the gold. I think it's my mistake. I shouldn't use the gold, but it's turned out so well. I like the design. So this is my cutter. Let's make sure. Yep, are we ready? Let's push it down. Usually what I'll do, that's amazing. Thank you so much. What I'll do usually is roll it a little bit. If it's not cut through, it will help to pass that through. And peel the rest of the clay. This is what I mentioned, guys. I don't want to do a lot of clay here. It's mainly because you might not be able to use it for your next project. What I'll do, this is a bit tricky. think I'm in trouble here. Got this one out, but man, how I'm gonna get these two out? Because if I touch it, it will ruin the design. See, it's like, shall we use this silicone bit just to press the edges? And peel it out. Hope that's gonna work. Yep, it works. I'll do it slowly, otherwise it will stretch. Can you hear an ambulance? We got one out. Let's do the other one. Slowly peel that out. This one is easier than the other one. I'm going to put it here because that's a tray that we're going to use for baking. I'm going to remove this bit. These two are going to be earrings. However, I got to slowly flatten this. Otherwise, if I bake it in an uneven surface, this shape gonna be leave like that. And here, let's pierce this. We got it right, guys. And slowly make sure you smoothen the edges. That's why you need this silicone tool. If you use your fingers, it might leave the finger marks. If there's little scrum, piece, that's okay, guys. You can actually sand it after bake. But one thing you got to assure is the surface is flat. I'm gonna transfer this onto my new baking paper. And I'm gonna put this under 130 preheat oven for how many minutes? For 30 minutes. They're both going in the same oven, guys. Once we baked it, I'm gonna put a kind of varnish only on the earrings. I prefer to use this as a matte finish. So let's put this in the oven. I'll be back in a second. I already preheat my oven for 130. So once I put this one, I'll be back and we do the next project. So this goes in the oven again. You're good to keep track on the time for me. We'll be back. Alrighty, that went inside the oven. This is my leftover. So what I'm gonna do is, since it's got black, I will make a cube. Now you know how I store the leftover patterned clay. Create a cube. I'll wrap it on a glad wrap. When you store and store in a cool, dry place. Here we got lots of black even in my gloves, guys. So what we're gonna do is, I need to make sure I change my gloves. Because when you do the next project with a liquid clay on it, you might add some patches on your new project. So make sure you clean your tools. Make sure you clean your surface. So I got my new gloves. Ta-da! And let's make sure you clean all these stuff once you finish your project, guys. And clean my tools before we move to the next. Okay, so this is the leftover beige color. We can save it for the next. So my next project I'm gonna do again for a keyring. This time I'm making a red color, so we already have some here. And translucent. This is my translucent. Use the same brand, Sculpey. I ordered this from Amazon. It cost me maybe $15. Not sure, can't remember. Alrighty, so here I got to do this real quick, guys, because I'm running out of battery. And so this one gonna be red and this transparent color. For my next keyring, we're gonna make a few charms. And I have another order to do some pendants. So I got to make some roses. What I'll do, I will use leftover purple clay to do roses. So this one I'm gonna use the marble effect, guys. Slightly red but more this color. How I'm gonna do is, first thing I will roll my transparent, make a barrel or a sausage. How many minutes passed through? I think 5 minutes. We got another 25 minutes. Then I got to check my oven. And we'll give it a roll. So before I roll it, I will do like that. Just to flatten it. You will get to know why I flattened this one. So here makes you upset. That's okay for while to speak and we just getting to know each other. That's purely okay. Alrighty, so let's make this hairline. And lay it on here. What I feel like is this translucent is slightly thick. So I'm gonna flatten it a little bit more. It's so hard. I'm gonna use this one. It's a stubborn one. Okay. One roll properly. Okay. Oh gosh, it's sticky. I better roll it over the here we go, we're gonna lay a couple of red lines here. You can try and error anything, guys. Check your creativity. Test your creativity. Challenge to your creativity. Because when you do things like, with your own ideas, it's unique. And your customers would love it. Because they won't find it anywhere else. It's only come from you. And again, for you also, it's just one time thing. When I do this one again, it might not gives me the similar effects, so it's unique. So what you're gonna do is you wrap that around, roll it. Make sure this red color one stay inside. It and give it a roll. So now I have 2 of them. Now I have 4 of them. Put this one away for now. Hi, Elena. How are we today? What an appreciate. Nice. So I'm gonna turn it around and give it another roll. As you can see, there's a red inside. If we wanna test it, we can give it a little twist like this. That's what I said. Check your creativity, guys. Do what you like to do. Yeah, my plan is to get kind of a marble effect on my next art piece that I'm making. Hi, Titi Mama. Komada. Alrighty. So now I am gonna, as you see, they are just dots here. I'm gonna cut this into the same width pieces. එකම ඉතක තියෙන pieces වලට කපා ගන්න. It must be the same width, guys. අනිවාර්ය දෙයට දාන්න නේද මාත්නිවාට Saturday Sunday. And press it like this. And I have a little bit of yeah. So I'm going to use every single bit. And what we're going to do next is roll them. This is the effect, guys. Very unique design. This is how it's turned out. And it's turned into an earrings for the order. If you don't like this pattern, so you can kind of stretch. That's what I mentioned, like, check your own creativity, imagination. And I'm gonna roll it again. When you roll it, make sure you won't overwork on your clay. Otherwise, the red color, if you were seeing it from the beginning, you might saw that I add only this much red onto my clay and kind of this much of white. But see the effect, guys, so you got to make sure you get the right portion. Otherwise, you won't get the right effect that you were expecting. Those are kind of beginner's mistakes that you do. Just got to measure the clay, the portions enough before you blend it. The old trial and error, but I am sure what mistakes I have done. Sorry, you won't do it. So this is exactly what I was looking for, the marble effect. And this goes on my earrings here. If you like to add, you can add some foil. If you want to add, you can add some gold dust. But what I'm doing here is something different. So this is the marble effect, and I'm going to use this roller to get an kind of effect on it, if you could see it. And I'll do it same for the other side. Seems like it's sticky. Don't press the other end. Just don't over push it. Slightly roll it. And this is the effect you get. So here I'm doing another experiment. Is aqua gold. I'm gonna use that on my product. Before I do it, what I'll do, I will cut this one. As per my liking, but this time I'm gonna use this shape. When you are rolling, make sure you got the same width, guys. Otherwise, your product has two different width and the sizes. Not good for the last output. Use your silicone mold to get them out. Here you go. I'll save this for later. You know how to store a patterned clay to screen, simply create a dice and store in an airtight container or wrap with a clay wrap. Drink එකනේ අන්න දැන් අපි මේක හදලා තියෙන්නේ. I'm gonna pierce this. So this one here from the bottom and this one here from the top. And make sure you have the same shape. And what I'm gonna do next, guys, is get my gold dust. Like this. Hi Martin, how are you today? And slowly brush on your artwork. So since you already made a pattern using this roll before, it will help you to get that pattern on it. You could simply press it randomly like I do. Do it here too. Feel like there's no pattern here. So I create one. And listen to. Just simply roll it. And ensure you have the same shape as it is. what I'll do next is simply use your wet cloth or the wipe and give it a wipe, just a slight wipe. So if any excess powder, it will come onto your red paper and leave it a pretty design. Over here, I'm pretty sure the lady who ordered these earrings gonna be happy with the result. This goes in the 130 preheat oven for 15 to 30 minutes. Since it's very thin one, you don't need to put it for long. That's how it's turned out. So let me put this in oven and I'll take it out. But the previous one that we did, it's also earrings and a keyring charm. This goes in 130 preheat oven for 30 minutes. Now you know how to create your own patterned marble effect earrings. Thanks to Bella. Alrighty, beautiful people. I just took this from the oven. It's ready, it's super hot. So this is the charm for one of the keyrings that we're gonna make. So you can see there's a slight shine at the back. And I'll show you, these are the colors that we use. To make this one. If you missed it, if you just joined, if you missed how I did this, you can go back and watch the video. And when I get enough time, I will definitely bring the short video in a tutorial, kind of a bite-sized learning tutorial. So you can watch it and do it again. And these are the charms for earrings. That's plain color at the back. So what you're going to do is you're going to sand the edges. After you sand the edges, you need to polish this. I'm using again Scarby stained glass to glaze this. So it gives it a shiny gloss effect, but this one I'll keep it as matte because I like that matte kind of finishing. And I'll show you how we sand the earring. Make sure when you do sand, all your clay and all your other things, keep it away. Otherwise, dust goes everywhere and it's gonna ruin your clay. So here you go. Get the clay, and this is the sanding sponge that I have. Just slightly give it a rub. Don't push it too hard. Hi Bhagya Mama, කොහමද අපි ඉවර වෙන්න කිට්ටුයි මම ආයෙත්. So Bhagya, you know that we have, oh, Tom, you're still a moderator. I totally forgot to keep me and Priyanka off from the moderation. Anyway, I was just thinking what happened to Bhagya. Alrighty, so just sand it casually. Don't press it too hard. this is how you get your sand earrings. So you have smooth edges, and you can actually wipe it with a wet towel. As you see, that liquid clay, it's now fixed to our hard clay. So these are the two charms for the earrings. And this is the charm for a keyring. Alright, beautiful people, my other piece in the oven, but I'm gonna finish for it now. Thank you so much for staying with me in the past 2 hours. I hope you learned something. If you miss a video, go and watch back, and I will see whether I can do a short video as a tutorial, bite-sized tutorial, so you can watch it quickly and do your own. Thanks again. I will see you tomorrow, similar around 6 to 7 o'clock in the afternoon from Sydney time. Stay happy, stay safe. Until see you then. Bye for now. It's me, Bella.